Hey, Yetta, how does a tree make new friends?
They branch out, of course.
Oh, you're so funny.
Dad jokes. You know that I'm not making these up, right? Yeah.
Moving forward with the Dekker Team. Moving forward together with the Dekker Team.
Anyway, we are welcome to, thrilled actually that we have been able to create for you free access to over 587 Life's Inside Track episodes where we share insider tips, making the most out of your house, building wealth, really just making the most out of the moments that you have, the time and the people in your life. And so the great news is you can get access to them from home, from the office, or on the go. So we're going to explore where we go find the new friends that we need because now we stopped some friends. Mm-hmm. It's the start phase, right? How do we start new friends? It's easy to start them, but you got to find them.
Well, I think first of all, you got to set an intention. Attention, how, in the coming time, how many people do I need in my life? How many new friendships? And what purpose will those friendships serve?
So give me an example in your own life. Like, I'd like to get real here.
Okay. I like to be a thought leader. And I can think on my own. I can think with you. And we, as a couple, spend a lot of time thinking together, which is great. And sometimes it's nice to have another thought leader in the room. Somebody who has a different perspective, a different life experience, different life, and they bring a perspective. They challenge my thinking. They cause me to be an even better thinker. So there's an example of somebody that I might intentionally want to pull into my life. And in past years, we've intentionally looked for couples who have strong relationships that are growth oriented, that we could travel together. Because it's nice, and I'm not meaning like travel to New York or travel to Mexico together. That might happen. But travel in life together to help expand who we be.
And the cool thing when you're talking about that is it's a mutually beneficial experience. If it doesn't flow both ways, then it doesn't work, right? So it has to be that both parties or both couples see it as they have what we want and vice versa.
And we have to give what they might need or want.
Exactly. I like that.
Friendships are mutually beneficial, or else they probably will eventually end because only one side's getting benefit.
Even if it's not with purpose. So we're just really talking about being purposeful. In this whole thing. Yeah. So I can join a club where I have similar people that have similar interest. I can, what else can I do? I can join a club.
You can join a club. You can go to a conference on the subject matter that you're interested in, whether that be speaking or writing or investing or knitting or whatever it may be. You may find a friendship, whether it be romantic or non-romantic, a friendship that shares similar values or similar goals or similar fun things, right? Friendships can be just about fun.
Right. Some of them are. If that's what you're looking for. Right. And that you have a particular need for that in your life. When you mentioned conferences, I was just thinking about 2 calls. I had 3 calls actually with 3 different people a few days ago, and they all came out of a conference, right? I met them all at a conference. There might have been 500 people there, but you know how when you go to something like that, there's that one, maybe a couple more than one people that you gravitate, or they gravitate to you and you gravitate to them. There's just this knowing or this connection that's happening. Have you ever found that? And that's what we had found over years. But the cool thing with a lot of friends like that, we don't need to be seeing each other every day. It's not, so when we talk friends, we're not necessarily talking people that are in your back pocket or in your back door, sneaking in your back door or coming to visit. Well,
Sneaking in your back door.
let's be honest.
Are you talking? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Let's be honest here. During COVID, we had one friend that would sneak in the back door, right? Once in a while. So that's where that thought came from, right? But the reality is they're not all friends are meant to be consistently in your life all the time.
Yeah. It might be a Zoom call once a month.
And yet there's a like interest and you bring value and support to each other. And so that is even a way. And then, of course, you want to get away once in a while to see the person face to face. But I have quite a few friends that will come and visit us. We just had a couple come in from Florida that I met in Dubai, had great connection with. And then they flew in from where they live in Florida to spend some time with us here. And that couldn't have happened if I hadn't been at a conference of like-minded people.
Right. And then, you might be introverted like I am. And I find it more difficult, more draining to meet new people. I find it energizing to be with people I know, but to meet new people is very draining. And what I've found is being interested is the best way to meet new people as opposed to be interesting. And when I say interested, when I say interested, it's, when I'm talking to somebody, I ask them, what are their passions? What brings them joy in life? What do they do when they're not working? Do they have children? Do they have grandchildren? Whatever it may be. As I develop asking the questions of somebody, I feel a connection because I'm not just trying to remember their name. I now have some emotion, some history. The other day I was at a conference and I met somebody and for the life of me, I can't remember her name. I couldn't remember it now. But the point is, I remembered that she bought a hobby farm like about a year ago. And so I said to her, and I'd only seen her like probably 9 months ago. I said, how's the farm going? And she said, I can't believe you remembered that. And so we started a connection because I'd asked her questions. And you remembered them, right? So I think that's a piece of it. Be interested, but actually be interested. Not just... Well, don't ask the question and turn off your brain. Right. Ask the question only if you actually really do want to know the answer, right? Rather than be thinking about what answer you want to say or what's up for you or what experience you've had. Because let's face it, we've all done it, right? Come on. Join me in admitting that you've done it too. Because I've done it. Oh, come on. We all have. Don't even give me that look, Mr. Dekker. I've caught you more than once. Yes. And so be interested in what's up for them is an amazing way to live. Yeah. And I think after that, how do you develop that relationship? Because many relationships start at a conference and then you never talk or see or hear of them again, right? Mm-hmm. So getting contact information is an important piece. Following up with a phone call, a visit, a note. You're a master at sending a note. Right. After reaching somebody, right? Well, if you make a connection. Yeah. Because if there's not a connection, it's almost impossible. A note only follows a meaningful connection. So what we're going to challenge you to do is create a missing persons report. Who is it you need in your life? This is all about writing things down now. Because when we just keep it in our head, it doesn't take very long for it to vanish. We can only hold 4 thoughts at once anyway. So we are grateful that we get to do this thing called life together, that we get to grow in our wealth, wisdom, and worth as we move forward together.
Moving forward with the Dekker Team. Moving forward together with